The Back Porch USA, That's My Tune, is brought to you by Anchor FM, your all-in-one podcasting resource. Good evening, and welcome to The Back Porch USA, TBP-USA. I'm your host, Luke Eller. And you are in for a treat tonight. Tonight is going to be about a tale of the Old Alton Bridge, also known to travelers as the Old Alton Bridge. It is Denton, Texas's most famous specter story, and it's been handed down for generations, with a few variations. The Old Alton Bridge was built in 1884 as a busy thoroughfare, having long reported frightening encounters and ghostly experiences with supernatural creatures that have made it a legendary spot for Texas ghost hunters and a topic for numerous books. According to the most circulated version, an African-American entrepreneur named Oscar Washburn and his family had tended a farmstead of goats near the bridge that was renowned for quality meat, milk, cheeses, and hides. When the popular businessman proudly hung a sign on the Old Alton Bridge directing "This way to the Goatman," it infuriated a local KKK plot of violence, darkness, and death. On a dark night in the late 1930s, roughly some say 1932 to 1934, a lynch mob of Kluxers stormed Washburn's shack and dragged the screaming goatmen to their noose waiting on the bridge. Tightening the rope around the begging man's neck, they mercilessly flung him over the side. But when they stumbled down to the river's dark edge to confirm their handiwork, they were shocked to find only an inexplicably empty noose dangling over undisturbed waters. The panicked Klansmen frantically searched the area unsuccessfully before rushing to Washburn's shanty, setting it afire with the goatsman's family shrieking inside, perhaps to bait a desperate rescue attempt by the vanished Oscar Washburn. But Washburn was never seen again. They say, but a vengeful spirit has haunted the Old Alton Bridge ever since. Now, according to some stories, Oscar had his head removed when he was hung, and the Klansmen who were attempting to hang him saw his body stand up from the side of the river, rip off a goat's head, and replace it where his own was. I'll be right back after a message from this week's sponsor, which I just happened to read. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Local legend says that if you knock on the steel bridge 3 times at midnight, or perhaps turn off your car lights and honk 3 times, that it summons Oscar's vengeful spirit, and the goatman will proceed. Local legend says that if you knock on the steel bridge 3 times at midnight, or perhaps turn off your car lights and honk 3 times, that it summons the vengeful spirit of Oscar Washburn. And of course, his presence is preceded by the stench of decaying flesh. Numerous reports have told of unholy glowing eyes that burn red from the darkness, eerie glimpses of a snarling, large, goat-headed man-beast stomping about the woody shadows, or a frightening apparition of a maniacal satyr coming after them and carrying the heads of goats or humans in his hands. Terrifying encounters and reported vanishings have been so frequent as to warrant numerous investigations by paranormal groups. But there is only one version that attempts an explanation for a century of reoccurring frights and sights encountered at the bridge. Some attribute the work of Satanists who opened a portal for a hell-spawn demon, while others say the goatsman's wife is eternally searching for her murdered children. And this brings up another good story. As of 2020, there have been reports of a woman in white wandering the edge of the river. There is another variation of this tale, but we will continue this in a 3-part That's My Tune special. The story of the Old Alton Bridge will continue next week, where we will have interviews with people who have had experiences there, as well as doing our own looking into. I'd like to thank you all for listening in to the Back Porch USA, TBP-USA. You can find me here on Anchor FM, as well as Spotify, iHeartRadio, Breaker, and many others. All you gotta do is Google the Back Porch USA, TBP-USA. Don't forget to add in those squiggly lines too. With that being said, I'm out of here. I'll see you next week on the Back Porch USA. Eller's out. Catch you on the flip side. With that being said, folks, thank you for tuning into the Back Porch USA and for your continuing support. It's awesome. I love you guys. You can reach out to me with a voice message here on Anchor FM on the homepage for TBP-USA. You know it, the Back Porch USA. You can also contact me via email, thebackporchusa@gmail.com, with your feedback, stories, ideas, and #meatburger moments. Again, I love you all. Thank you. Have a good night.